everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Cynthia. Thank you so much for joining me today. As you can see, my scenery is a little bit different. I'm actually at a park right now. The weather here in Phoenix is so beautiful around this time. Finally dropped from the hundreds after this past weekend, so it's been like today it's about 80 degrees outside, so it feels really good. But anyway, so I just decided to come outside and just embrace nature and bring you guys along with me. So a lot of times what happens is that if I get a word or a message from him, I always ask for confirmation. And so the numbers that kept popping up was 555. So I ended up looking up the Strong Concordance. I'm like, what does the 555 mean? And it meant strength. And so I was like, wow, I feel like a lot of people are currently in this season right now where they are relying on the strength of the Lord in order to get them through so many different things that they may be going through. And it's not just about relying on his strength, but also realizing that by relying on his strength that we are becoming wiser, we are becoming better, our characteristics are changing, and we are just moving in the flow that he wants us to move in. And so I ended up reading Isaiah chapter 40. To be honest with you, this entire chapter is a blessing. So if you have not read Isaiah 40, I would advise you to go and read that, because it just reading it is just a blessing in itself. And it basically just talks about how God is with you and how he uses his strength to take care of you and for you not to be weary. But one thing that he did hone in on and what he wanted me to focus on was Isaiah 40:31. And so, like I said, please go back and read the entire chapter, but this is what he wanted me to specifically focus on, Isaiah 40:31. So it says, and I'm reading from the New Living Translation, and it says, but those who trust in the Lord will find new strength. They will soar high on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not faint. And so when I'm reading this, basically what God is telling us to do is to just continue to wait on him. I know that you may be in this season right now. You may have been in this season for a very long time, but he's asking you to continue to wait on him. Wait on him. Like, continue to do what you are doing. You are going in the right direction. You are being obedient to him. You are doing everything that he has asked of you. But he wants you just to continue to wait. Stay in this, what you're currently doing, stay in it and keep doing it, because it's going to be so much greater later. As you continue to wait, he's going to continue to bless you. You're going to become wiser. During this time, I know that it can be hard. You may grow weary, like it says in here, but it says not to grow weary. You're supposed to run and not grow weary. Walk and not faint. Okay, just keep going in the right direction. Do not grow weary. Do not worry about the things that are happening around you. Please don't. Please do not worry about it, because God has your back, okay? And he has the strength. He is holding you up. Rely on him during this time. A song that has gotten me through so much during this season is from Elevation Worship and Maverick City Music, the song is called Wait on You. And they specifically focus on this verse, Isaiah 40:31, about not growing weary, about how during this season you're going to be wiser. You're going to actually get stronger. You're going to get stronger in the Lord. You're going to be stronger with your faith in your walk with him during this time. So just continue to wait on him. There are things that God is building up in you, things that he wants to see you grow in, areas that he wants to see growth in. And so you have to continue to wait while you are constantly growing in your faith and constantly growing in your walk with him and getting closer and closer with him. These are things that he wants you to focus on while you wait. He doesn't want you to focus on the negative things that could be happening around you. He doesn't want you to focus on the things that he is working on in you. A lot of times what happens is that we want control over all the situations. We want control over everything, and we cannot have control over everything if we're relying on God. Because what happened is that if he feels like, oh, well, they got it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, well, there's no point in me doing all of this if they have it already. They're using their own strength. They want all the control. But you would literally have to give up everything. And what I mean by that is you have to let go of the fact that you want to control every aspect of your life. You can't control every aspect of your life at all. In fact, you really can't control any of it because God has the final say in everything that we do. Everything that we do. But during this time that you are waiting, you need to make sure that you are focused on him and relying on him for every single thing. Everything. Don't grow weary. Do not grow weary. I'm telling you, the time is now. What you have been waiting on is coming. So it's right here at your fingertips. You are this close to your breakthrough. And so since you're this close, of course the enemy is going to come in. He is going to come in and try to destroy you. He is going to use your weaknesses against you. He is going to find any way possible for you to not get your breakthrough. But I'm here to tell you to stay strong in the Lord. Do not grow weary. Do not grow weary. Do not faint. Keep on walking. Keep on running. Keep on trusting in him. He is clearly saying that those who trust in him will find new strength. You are going to get the strength that you need in order to handle the next season. See, that's the thing, is that a lot of times we want to go into this next season, but spiritually we are weak. When you go into this next season, it's going to be bigger devils and bigger things that you are going to come across. Bigger obstacles that you are going to have to cross. And you are going to need the strength from the Lord during that season. And when we humble ourselves and we really do a self-reflection, because that is important to do, is self-reflect and think like, am I really ready for this next season that I've been praying for? Are there areas where I am weak? Where I need the strength from the Lord? And if you realize like these are the areas where I'm weak in, focus on that. It could be reading your word every day. That may be something weak for you. You're not consistent enough with that. Fasting. I know back in the day when I was a kid growing up in church, fasting was like no eating, no consumption of anything for whatever amount of time that you and God have spoke together about. Whatever you guys have decided, we've made a understanding that this is what I'm fasting for and this is how long I'm going to fast for. But I know that some people use fasting in different areas where they feel like they are too addicted to. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know why God wanted me to go down that direction. Holy Spirit, I ask that you just still continue to be here with us, oh God. I know that there are distractions around us, oh God, but let us still stay focused on you. Let us still stay focused on you and what you are trying to get out to your people. So anyway, what I was saying is that there are different things that you have to work on that you may be weak in. Once you recognize those weaknesses that you may need more strength in, and you pass those tests and you gain the strength that you need for the next season, at that point in time, God will release your breakthrough. He will release your breakthrough. We just have to continue to wait on him, and we have to continue to do the work while we wait. You can't just sit around and fiddle at our fingers and say, oh, well, I'm just waiting on God. That's all I've been doing is waiting on God. Like when people say they're waiting on a spouse, an opportunity, things like that. When you're saying that you're waiting on these things and you're literally not doing anything to get there. So you can wait all you want, but if you're not working on your personality, working on some flaws that you may have, breaking generational curses, if it's an opportunity, working on different things for that job that you're trying to get. What do I need to do? And what kind of skill set do I need to do in order to obtain this? So in order to obtain a husband, in order to obtain a wife, in order to obtain that next level, that promotion, that job that you are looking to get, there are things that you have to work on. And when we self-reflect, we recognize those different things. We do. And so recognizing that sometimes it may be an attitude change. There may be, like I said earlier, generational curses that you really have to break. And I know that we are on this spiritual journey. I know that we are growing close with God. But therapy is also good too. Being able to talk to someone, to tell them about things that may have happened in your past and how you have not gotten over them. And these are licensed professionals that God has blessed, that God has put them in position in order to help you through those things. And I know that therapy sometimes can be controversial in the church because people feel like, well, we need to just rely on God at all times. And I am not saying that you don't rely on God at all times, but we have to think about it. We have spiritual health, mental health, physical health. There's so many different things that's more than just our spiritual walk with Him. And so making sure that your mental health is in order, making sure that you are breaking those generational curses and recognizing things that may have happened generations ago. Your parents' could have went through things, and these things have trickled down every single generation, and now they're in your character. And so, when you go to therapy and you talk to the therapist about these things, take that back to the Lord. Take that back to Him and pray to Him and say, God, these are the things that my therapist is saying. And these are things that I know that I need to work on. And He will walk you through that as well. When you are choosing a therapist, make sure that they are conducive to you and your needs. Don't just choose a therapist that is just any old body. Anyway, I kind of went off on a tangent there, but I just wanted to kind of focus on that part too, as well as like generational curses, making sure that you are breaking those generational curses, because if you don't fix those things, those curses that may be in your life, you will not be able to get to the next level. You have to fix those things. You have to do the opposite of what that curse is. See, and the devil does not want that. He wants you to continue to be destructive, whatever it may be. And I'm just using that as an example. But he wants you to continue to be destructive. He does. This is the reason why he's fighting you so hard. This is the reason why he's making your season more difficult for you. Because he doesn't want you to get to that next level. He doesn't want you to get there, because he knows that once you get more strength, he knows that it's going to be more difficult for him to pull you away, to bring you back towards him. So just continue to trust in the Lord, y'all. Continue to trust in him. Do not grow weary during this time. You are doing what you are supposed to do. Don't grow weary. God got you. Rely on him for everything. Literally. Put it in his hands. And during this time, he is going to make you wiser. He is going to make you stronger. He is going to help you to recognize different things that you need to work on. He's going to give you clarity for that next season, so that you are not walking into that season weak. So anyway, y'all, I just wanted to bring that to y'all. Like I said, God had given me these numbers, 555. It just kept popping up. And I had to look up the Strong Concordance for those numbers to see exactly what he was trying to tell me. Because I'm like, there's no way that I keep seeing this 555 all the time. Like, it kept popping up. And I'm like, that's God trying to tell me something. When I recognized that it had been strength, and I feel like that's a lot of things that we are currently, all of us are currently going through in our season, where we are completely relying on God's strength. Completely. But we all know that it does get hard. And so I just wanted to come here and to remind you again and again and again and again, do not grow weary in your well-doing. You shall run and not grow weary. You shall walk and not faint. Continue to wait on the Lord. He's going to renew your strength. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope that it was a blessing to you. I ask that, if you do like my content, if you can just follow me. For those that are, I'm so thankful for the people that have currently started subscribing to my channel. So blessings to you. Blessings to anyone that is watching this. I hope that what I am saying is just confirmation that God has already been saying to you and speaking to you about. And I pray nothing but blessings on you and your family's life. We are going to continue to walk this journey together, okay? We are getting closer to God. We are recognizing the things that we need to work on in order to get to our next season together. And so I thank you so much for joining me. Have a blessed day.